Hello friends! Welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be doing a live flip through of all my After the Pen spreads in my catch-all Frankenplanner here. I'll be showing you guys all the different, I think I have 5 different planners in here. I'll be showing you 4 of them, and then we'll find out if you guys want to see more of my planner setup as well. I'll let you guys put that in the chat if that's something you're interested in, and if so, then I'll take a little bit more time going over my setup as well. But for the most part, we'll just focus in on my individual planners themselves and what I did last month, so you can see how the spreads turned out and how I use my planner. So let's just quickly let you guys jump in on the chat if you want. I'd love to know where you guys are tuning in from, and if there is anything you'd like to see specifically in this live. It's kind of why I do it, so that I can get questions answered, and if you guys want to know specifics about anything in my setup, now is the time to ask, so I can quickly just get back to you with feedback about it as we go through the planner. So that is the gist of the housekeeping, and hopefully, yeah, I'll see a few of you coming in. Oh, hi. See, is it Tiffy and Finding Ways? Let's see, Erica. Curious, if any of you guys are went to Go Wild or have been at least monitoring the Go Wild conference, which is the planner conference, in case you're not familiar. If you've been monitoring that and just kind of seeing what's been going on. I've had a lot of fun monitoring some of the people that I follow over on Instagram and what they're doing, and looks like it's been a lot of fun this year. So yeah, okay. Let's see, you guys are all kind of catching up. I think there's a little bit of a delay, so I don't know if I should start or wait for you guys to jump in on the chat. Let's see. Didn't go to Go Wild, but you've been watching the post. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Oh, how funny, Tracy. You live close to me, huh? That's awesome. Hi, Tracy. I wonder, yeah, if you must be at home, so you're probably just a couple miles away. Yeah, so good times. It's nice to know where everybody's tuning in from, and I'm really glad you guys were able to join me today. I know that it's Sunday and people are busy, you got things to do, but I find that this is a good time for people to have a little bit of a break to maybe jump in and enjoy this flip through. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, Janet, and we will start going over the spreads. Oh, like I said, yeah, if you guys want more about my planner setup as I start going through, just let me know and I can backtrack too if need be. So again, I plan mainly out of this one Frankenplanner catch-all planner. People have different names for these things, but basically I put different planners into one and I plan out of this guy for the entire month. And then I take the 1 month at a time out of the individual planners, put it in here and work off of that. So I have a lot of categories in my setup. I have an inbox, I have a goals section, I have a productivity section, I have a schedule section, and all of that I've gone through in the past, but again, if you want more about that, just let me know. But we're gonna just jump right into the schedules and even right to the very first planner for now, which is my faith planner. Let's get to it. Okay, line things up. Yay. Okay, so my faith planner last month was a fun one. I really enjoyed the layout. I use inserts from my shop, from my Etsy shop. Almost said Etsy, my Etsy shop. And I start with a monthly layout. On my monthly layouts for faith, what I do is I actually have an app on my phone called YouVersion Bible app, and I go through a plan that goes through the Bible in a year. So I basically breaks down the Bible into segments, daily segments to read, and I just do the reading each day. So what I've been doing on this monthly layout is to track what my reading was for the day. That's the little notation there at the bottom. And then I also do a summary, or what I like to call the takeaway. And that's basically like a application of what I read that I could, kind of think on or apply to my life that day. So that's how I use the monthly right now in my faith, and I'm loving this. This is working out great, no complaints. I really feel like I'm able to really absorb what I read a lot better by thinking on this and doing this part of the reading. And then I did for the theme this really pretty florals and dark green toned theme, kind of a springy, almost romantic theme, mixed in with some Planny-Thing florals. And I feel like I'm out of breath, you guys, already. This is going to be bad. Some Planny-Thing florals. The washi tape is from the washi tape shop, this dark green, as well as some of these gold leafy stickers. Those are also from the washi tape shop. And then this, I think this one is from Heidi Swap. It's a washi tape. And then a quote or two, I think, from some Happy Planner books I have. So this one was I really enjoyed this one. It was like delicate but classy and not overwhelming. So I really liked this theme. And what I like to do is do a setup at the beginning of the month, before the month begins, and set up all of the pages in the same theme for my faith planner. Just makes it easier on me, so I don't have to really work at decorating every week and figuring out something new and fresh. So it's nice to have everything kind of designed in the same theme for the month, and then I don't have to worry about it more than once a month. So that was that spread. And then this next spread is a new addition to my planner this year. I actually created this and it's available in my shop. If you're interested, I'm calling this the Faith Overview layout. It's built a little bit off of the Happy Planner monthly layout and gives you some space for some habit tracking, but it also has a prayer list area, an open area here, some like currently page style prompts that are faith-based here in the side, and then a nice open space up here in a dot grid as well. So this has been really great too. Like I said, it's a new addition. I really needed a place where I could put that kind of information. And yeah, just like, my prayer list and keeping track of some of my habits that I want to keep on with. So I really liked the prompts as well, just getting me thinking about the word every so often throughout the month and how I'm doing and how I'm feeling spiritually. So this is how it turned out. I do a lot of the setup ahead of time, so you see the setup in the faith plan with me. So you might have seen me set up like the headers and maybe a few of the prayer list items. These I leave open and do while the month goes through, so as I'm feeling it, I'll write in my answers to these prompts. And then I think I letter the quote as well as part of the setup. Oh, hi. Oh, Janet, you didn't know about Go Wild? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's all over the place. And hi from Fiji. Wow, Lavinia. Oh, and that's nice. That's a nice name. Fiji. Wow, awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. Okay. Like I said, I feel like I'm out of breath already. I'll be talking a little bit more about why when we get towards my health planner, but yeah. So anyway, we'll just keep going. My first weekly spread is here, and what I do is I use the weekly layouts to do a verse of the day lettering. I have started a small series about my own lettering. I got a lot of requests of people wanting a little bit more information about how I approach this. So I did start a video series, which I'll hope to kind of add videos maybe once a month too, so you guys can kind of follow along and work on things slowly, not get everything thrown at you at once. And I use my Quadrant layout from my shop for this, which I've found to be the perfect layout for doing this kind of verse of the day lettering. It's just the right size for what I like to do, and I have no complaints about that. So this is also, again, like planner piece here as far as what works for me. I picked two colors to use this month, kind of coordinating with the decor theme. I picked out a green and a pink. Both are actually from Primrosia, which is a brand I've recently become acquired with, or connected with. I tried their acrylic pens, which are really awesome, and then they also have dual brush pens, which I actually would like to share with you guys. So hang on a second. Oh, just kidding. Here we go. Oops. So I have a few of these markers. They are dual brush pens, so one side has a really fine tip, which the reason I'm bringing this to your attention is because I had something similar from Arteza before, the Twi markers, which I've talked about in past videos, which I really love because it has such a fine tip on one side. You can really use it to color lettering, which I'm very excited about. So I got a 24 color set of these, and then on the opposite side, it does include a brush tip, and this one is much wider, so it's a little bit harder to control, but it is a better brush tip than the Twi markers, I would say. The brush sticks together, and the Twi markers were kind of very loose, and it was more for coloring. It really wasn't used, I would say, for lettering. This one I think is more comparable to maybe like a Tombow dual tip. Maybe not quite as good, but still a lot better as far as brush lettering. So you'll see me use it a few times in here for brush lettering as we go through. But yeah, so I just want to talk about that because it was my first time using it, and I did really like the options that were available with this dual tip pen that they offer. Daughter says it's pretty. Oh, thank you. Very nice in the chat. Just checking the chat every so often. So anyway, long story short, this is how I've been faith planning for a couple of years now. And the first week turned out pretty good. I like to alternate the color and mix in a black. I have another black pen that I use as well for some brush lettering for the most part. And then I have like a fine tip pen in black that I mix in as well. Here is the second layout for the month, or for the week, or yeah, for the month, yeah, okay. And this is how it turned out. Again, it's pretty much, I grab that verse of the day, I just use whatever it is, try to interpret it somehow through the lettering or through doodles or both. And again, alternate the colors just so that it's not too overwhelming with color, but does have some variety. And this one I thought turned out pretty well overall. And this one was the third week. Again, just trying different things. Some of them I have days where I don't really feel inspired, and so some days come out better than others, honestly. But overall, just the act of sitting down and thinking about it and trying to interpret it really, I feel, is beneficial for me. And also it helps me keep up my lettering practice. So just it's a really good exercise, especially if you are not into journaling. Like I'm not a very good journaler. I don't like to write my feelings down, all that stuff. I'm very introverted, and for some reason that just does not transmit or translate into me being a journaler. I really just like to stick to not writing my feelings down or what I'm thinking down. So small snippets like in the front work for me, but no more than that. So this is another way for me to really connect with the word and not be too overwhelmed with the idea of having to journal down ideas and thoughts. Oh, let's see. I'm going to check the chat again. Let's see. I thought Tuesday said, oh, okay. Karen, hello from Brooklyn. Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Karen, I should say. I'm glad you can join us too as well on this live. Okay, so here is the fourth week. I think there's only 4 weeks in this, yeah. The fourth week of February, and I actually really like this one. I did make a mistake on Instagram, and I posted the previous week twice, so I never got to post this on Instagram for you guys to see, but I really did like how this one turned out. So this was the last week, and yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions and you want more details about how I approach this, please let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just run right through. And then on the back page, I never really found a good way to use it again this month. I had the same issue last month. I do like that it's decorated though, so it all kind of seems like a little booklet of a theme. I may end up doing maybe like a 30-day challenge next month. So not in March, but in April, I might do a 30-day challenge or something to kind of use up this space and make it a little bit more fun. Let's see, I yell in my journal so I don't yell at other people. That's hilarious. Hi from Phoenix. Love that you letter the verses. Thank you. Definitely going to check out your lettering series. Yeah, so I've only got one video out on the lettering series so far, talking about the first kind of layer of it, which is print lettering. And I'm hoping to get another one up this month, talking more about cursive hand lettering and how I approached it and my tips for you guys. Okay, so that's my faith planner. Let me grab out the month of February now that we are complete. And I'm gonna do the process that I do every month, which is to move it into its own planner. I've already moved in March, as you can see, because the month has started. But this is my current faith planner setup. It's just got a cover and some rings from the Happy Planner from different styles. I mean, like these rings I think I bought separately. This cover's from a Happy Notes. I have a few items in here that I made in the past, which I do have a video on this if you are liking this setup. It's like a little DIY. And we will move this into the February divider. I'm using dividers from an old Happy Planner as well, and I really just use it to help me organize the inserts, you know, for each month, but I end up removing them because I don't need them once the year is up. So I haven't bothered to cover them or anything like that. They're just kind of in here as more of an organizational method. But since I'm never in this planner, I'm always in my catch-all. This is just a setup for me to kind of move things in and out of, and that's it. So that's my faith planner. Back to this month's setup, or the February setups. Again, I have all my tabs in for the month of March. If you have any questions, again, just let me know in the chat. But for now, we are going to jump ahead to my next planner, which is my health planner. Let's see, I'm gonna check the chat real quick. How long do you keep your old planner pages? I actually have all of the planner pages that I've ever made, and I am working on a little bit more of a condensed system for archiving, but I have a small bookshelf that I keep everything together in, and I put it on some smaller discs. So the standard disc size is 1.25 inches, the Happy Planner standard size that you get with a planner. And I went down to, I think, 1-inch discs and put all of my old planners on those. So I have that all set up. Now I just need to kind of figure out the cover system because I'm using all the old covers. Still working on what might work best for that. That's economical, but also nice and clean and easy to keep together and archive. But that's my system right now. I don't see myself really needing to come up with something better until probably another couple years. Because like I said, it's just on a small bookshelf, and it's really nice to go back through my old planners and see, like my health planner, I definitely go back to and check and see when I was, you know, on my A game as far as, you know, health and fitness and wellness, what I was doing at that time, see if I can repeat that. So I definitely check that. I like to go through my daily planner, which we'll talk about here, which is like my everyday planner, and see what I was up to during that time of frame in the year. So it's nice to keep. The only ones I probably wouldn't keep so long are like maybe budget and social media planners. Those ones kind of lose their appeal, but there is some information in there that's interesting to see your progression. So I might keep those for forever, who knows. Let's see. Checking the chat again before we move on. I found you through, my productivity series. I found one of the different style setup videos was very helpful. Nice. So to my usual setup. I'm really happy that you found that series productive. I really enjoyed putting that series out there. I want to do more kind of tutorial style videos. That's kind of why I decided to cut back a little bit on the Plan With Me's, but they do take so much more effort and time. So I haven't been able to put up as much as I wanted to, but I do hope to put in more of those kind of productivity style videos in the future. And what is the size of my ring bound planner? So the current planner rings that I have on here are Happy Planner expander rings. and they are 1.75 inches or 1 3/4. They are huge. I'm not gonna lie, they're very big, but they work if you have the amount of pages you need to fill it. So since I have so many categories in here, plus the 5 planners I keep, this was really the best size to make it so that it wasn't stuffed beyond, relief. Right now I have 2 months in of pretty much all my planners, and I'm still able to close it comfortably. So that works for me. And then now that I'm going to be taking out months, it'll be just a little bit looser, a little bit less stuffed feeling. And I found that these have really worked for me. I did do 1.5 inch rings, which a Happy Planner doesn't offer, but I found at Staples a while back. Those work really well as well, just to have a little bit of extra room if you're doing this kind of Frankenplanning system. So I do recommend them if you're a little bit skittish on the really large or large style expander rings. I think they even offer 2-inch disc rings. So if you really have a huge planner, there is an option, but I would say this has been enough for me, and I hope not to get myself more paperwork than I can fit into this size planner, but we will see. Okay, yeah, so again, if you have any more questions, shoot those into the chat. Yes, the transformer is really good, but again, it bulks up your planner even more, so you have different covers. If you're unfamiliar, transformer planner is a way to have multiple covers kind of in between your planners so that you can switch out your cover as you feel. And it just is a way to divide out each of your planners in your system. So like, for example, there would be a cover here, and I could have it like health related, and then the back cover would be here. So I could close it up and it would just look like a health planner. There's plenty of videos on that. If you're completely new to that idea, just look up transformer planner. You can kind of get the system and see how that all works out. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about my health planner for February. And again, I use inserts from my own Etsy shop. I have a monthly spread that I've been using this year for tracking my workouts and how I am, what I'm doing each day to work out physically. Yeah. February was a little bit rough. About mid-month, I got really kind of just overwhelmed with allergies. We had a lot of rain come through, and I don't know what it is about rain, but that triggers my allergies like no other. So I just was having a really rough kind of week and a half here in the middle. So that really put a damper on my progress health-wise. I'm trying to remain positive. I did do a few things that I didn't do the previous month, which I did some strength training. I did consistently go for walks. I did some cardio and kind of forced myself to at least do a little bit of cardio in the house, even if I couldn't go out. And so I feel like I did my best in the current situation. So I'm trying not to get down on myself on the progress. I also like to put in my strength training routine into the sidebar. These I kind of just come up with. I'm pretty familiar with the various exercises and how to build out a basic routine, so I just need something to follow that's not too complicated that I can do, on a regular basis. So I went ahead and did that. Made some little supersets for myself to try to add in a little bit of like HIIT cardio style, into my workouts, into my strength workouts. Like I said, it was okay. It worked, but I've had some issues, health issues, which I think I've talked about a little bit here. With my shoulders, I have frozen shoulder now in both shoulders, so I can't really do a lot of upper body stuff at this time. So it's just, all these limitations really put a little bit of a damper on my progress. But again, I'm going to keep trying, keep seeing if I can make some gains here and there and move on. Try not to dwell on what's not working and kind of get back to what is working. Let's see. I have this next layout, which is another kind of add-on layout to the planner in my shop. This one is the health overview layout. And I created this specifically so that I could have a place to track my body measurements and weight each month. So that's what's behind these two black sticky notes. I also like to track my health stats. So I have an Apple Watch, and on there, it tracks all automatically, like my fitness steps and mileage and calories burned, all that stuff, and I track my activity. So each month I can get a good visual of how I've been doing and compare it to the previous month. And so, and that, I totally lost my train of thought, but compared to the last month. So this has been really great. I also added in a little section here that it's just an empty, set of lined area. And I started to just reflect on how the month went. And I added in a few questions here for me to review and then see, how I felt about the month and how I was successful, what didn't go so well. That's been good. I didn't really have a purpose for this lined checkbox area, but I started adding in things that I needed to maybe think about, like I probably need to make a doctor's appointment or health-related tasks that maybe I need to approach. I also put in some goals up here in the empty 3 boxes. Most of them did not go to plan, but I do like to have them there so I have something to shoot for. And then again, more of a habit tracker situation here on the side with my standard steps, rings, if I close my rings, which are my Apple Watch rings, if I ate, within my calorie limit, or added in the extra protein I was trying to do for the month. So that's how I use this spread, and it works out really good. I don't really do any setup videos on these because I really just throw down washi and stickers and move on. I really hated this theme. These stickers here, I just feel like they're so colorful and weird choices of color, no rhyme or reason to them. So I just threw them down, and then I really didn't like it. But overall, this one wasn't so bad. It kind of stuck with the pinks and oranges and yellows, but this one, I just did not like these stickers, and that kind of led me not to like the theme. Okay, so that was the overview, and again, this is available in my shop. So this was the first week, and for my health planner, I'm also again using an insert from my shop. This one is the lined top box layout in my shop, very similar to the Happy Planner lined vertical, if that's what you're used to seeing. And I decided to go with this year just to mix things up because I've been using more of the fitness, wellness style layouts from the past. This one was really fun. This one was a Planny Thing sticker book theme that I used, plus I think the Homebody sticker book, and created just like a little snowy cityscape going across the page for something different. I like to track my stats. These areas I highlighted to track my cardio or my workouts. And then at the bottom, I do usually a food log and total calories if I feel like entering in the information into my phone. So that's how this one turned out. This one was really fun, and I enjoyed the vibrant color really helps again to help motivate me. So I felt like I put in a lot of effort this first week. So this one here was designed with Anna being on a mission. She came out with a new sticker book, and again, another small shop owner. I like to promote them when I can, so I used her florals and some washi tape, and I think some colorful boxes were from her book as well, like they coordinated, and a quote from the Happy Planner. So that's how I laid this guy out. And this one, I don't think there was a plan with me on most of these. I do make my stat stickers myself, so I had some various colors I mixed in to kind of put a little bit more color in this area, but the content is usually the same each week: workouts, stats, and a food log and calories. So that is the second week. And this one I did do a plan with me on. This one was for the Plannable Challenge, so Smitten. I really had fun with this one. I used some colored cards, some cardstock, and colored it in with some markers and used a little bit of a watercolor effect to try to change the color a little bit. It was very brown, and I wanted to bring in a little more pink, so I added in some pink tones just to help it match better with the stickers I wanted to use. I used it as a background, and I think this turned out really cute with these stickers. The stickers were actually colored already on the back. You can kind of see the outline, and whenever that happens, I really hate it, but then I end up doing something creative in order to camouflage that colored background, and this is what I came up with this week. So again, really fun. I really liked how this one turned out in the end, but all the same content information, got a little washi tape on the top and the bottom for some added color. Let's see, checking in with the chat, we've got, let's see, what app do you use to calculate my calories? Oh, so I use MyFitnessPal. It is all one word like that, MyFitnessPal, and it's free, so it has a lot of good features. They started adding a lot more ads, but overall it's still a really good app, and not too overwhelming with the ads, but it's pretty standard. Most people who track calories, you can also get some macro information from it, so it's a good app for being free. So I highly recommend it. But you do have to enter them in, by hand. It's not going to automatically tell you what you've eaten, but it does have like a barcode. Oh wait, the barcode scanner doesn't work anymore, but you can search for pretty much any food, and there's usually something in there that will match up pretty close to what you ate. Okay, so that's the third week, I think, Valentine's week. And this one was another plannable challenge. This one I used some, what do you call these, strip stickers that were like textured from, I want to say, maybe Neutral Watercolor sticker book. Was that the one? Or, yeah, I think that was the one. So I used that and made some bricks, which I think turned out really cool. Added in some washi tape, the Washi Tape Shop stickers that they had on a roll, and made this for the theme Hygge at home. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think it's something similar to that. It doesn't look like that's how you say it when you look at the word, so, but I think it's Hygge at home. Yeah, this one was good. I thought it was a little bit light on the contrast. I really do like those bright colors in my health planner, but it kind of worked out because this was like that rainy week, and I was still recovering, so I didn't really do a lot this week as far as health oriented stuff. And yeah, but I really did think that this was fun and creative, adding the little brick texture along with the stickers. Yeah, so I think that's the last one. And I also have the habit tracker that I've turned into a meds and supplements tracker, which I've been using the top part for more like medicine style things that I take for my allergies. I have some supplements that I take to try to also help with my allergies. And then I also wanted to add this year some symptom tracking, so I wouldn't have to write out the snippet that I had been doing all, for years past, that I could just kind of do a summary of my major symptoms that I usually am dealing with and see which days I was affected. So that's how I've been using this, and it's been working out pretty good. I have been getting a little bit more detailed with what kind of symptoms I'm using, and maybe need a little bit more space for this, so I might redesign this at some point and adjust. But that is my health planner. Oh, thank you for confirming the pronunciation there. Let me grab this. Oops. So this is my health planner. I'm going to go ahead and drop this in. Again, it's just a mix match or I can't talk, you guys. It's fading. Okay, just a mix of different items, both some DIY stuff, some discs from different planners and covers. This I made a while back, and we will just drop this guy into its little divided area. Hi, Lori from Maine. Nice that you can join us. Okay, so that is my second planner out of the 4 we'll be talking about today. And now we're going to move on to the widely anticipated daily planner. I know you guys like to see those horizontal spreads. Let me make sure this is nice and lined up for you guys. Also, too, I feel like it got kind of dark in here, so let me lighten it up a little bit. Did I go the right way? Is that lighting? Let's see. Let's try one more. Nope. Okay, well, we will work with what we have here. I had to do a whole new setup because I got a new computer, and so I'm still figuring things out as far as how to stream this perfectly for you guys. Okay. The horizontal planner, that's where we're at. My daily planner is like I like to call it. Again, inserts from my shop. We've got the monthly spread, and my monthly I've been using this year as it was intended, as a monthly kind of scheduling planner spread. I have been decorating it along with a couple of other pages in the same theme, the monthly pages, as you'll see, and that's been working out really good. I also like to do my daily pages in a seasonal theme when I do the monthly pages. So, of course, for Valentine's Day, I went with more of a like hearts and, you know, Valentine's-y seasonal theme. Had a lot of fun with this setup, tried some mixed media techniques, used some stickers from Planning Thing again, quote from the Happy Planner, washi tape from the washi tape shop, and some box stickers, I think also from Planning Thing. I also like to track the TV I've been watching so that I can talk about it with friends and just know what I was into that month. So that's been kind of fun to have that on hand, as well as the books I've read for the month. So that's what I track here in the sidebar. I have birthdays and events that I need to remember, as well as some highlights for the month when things were coming up or things I needed to remember. I'm trying to use it a little bit more than I have in the past. It's usually pretty sparse, this layout, because I really don't have a lot going on. But I think I'm finding ways to make it a little bit more fun and more interesting to look at as well. So I'll continue with this for probably another couple months at least and see if I can make it even more fun. So this spread, again, is a new, well, there's a version of this spread that is available in my shop that I've kind of stripped off all of the social aspects of, so it doesn't say social stats, it doesn't have any of this social area set up on there, so it's just a single page month with an area down here, a lined area, a very long checklist, so you can do like a monthly checklist if that works for you, which I found to be very helpful. And then this habit tracker, again, this habit tracker box, and then open space up here. So that is the one that's currently in my shop. It's new to my shop. I did finally get that up, I think last week. Forgot to promote it. I was just happy to get it up, and I was like, oh, it's done, and then I moved on. So it is in there if you guys have been waiting to see if this style of layout is available. It is. Just go ahead and check my shop. It should be right there on the home page or the first page you see in the featured area. So yeah, so this is basically how I use it. I have those habits that I like to track, again, styled with the theme that you saw there before, and same kind of like watercolor styling with the washi tape. I added in a few highlighters just to help tie into the color scheme. I have this master monthly checklist. So these are just kind of things I want to remember to think about in the month. A few things I ended up abandoning. I just knew they weren't going to get done, so I just let them go. But for the most part, I tried to get those little things done that I wanted to address. What else? So yeah, and then I track my daily subscribers and followers every day. So that's what's on the monthly. But you could really use this for anything. If you have something that reoccurs, like if you have soccer games or something with your kids, you could use that as like your little scheduler for the month, and these are game days, and you can write down notes below. So I think the setup I have in there is called the month layout or the month overview. Yeah, month overview is what it's called. So it can be used in different ways, and so this is how I chose to use it this year for more like a little bit of social planning, but again, it is in there if you're interested. Taking a breath right now. I'm like, whew, I can't breathe. Okay, first week. This one was, I think February was the theme in the Plannable Challenge, which was a fun one. Catherine actually came up with that one, and I thought that was really fun. And I decided to do a coffee theme. If you watched the blend with me, you know I was not excited about how this little corner turned out, but everything else was okay. I think this could have been better, but in the end, you know, it is what it is, and I just had to okay, let it go. I think it turns out cute in theory, but the color I think was what was really affecting me, and so that's why I didn't like it as much. But I did enjoy putting in, you know, little coffee rings and just having that coffee theme overall. I love coffee. I drink decaf coffee, but still love coffee, and so this was just a fun one to be in as far as that goes. I usually put in each day a checklist of tasks that I need to do, and then I will normally have some kind of focus area for an event, appointment, or something I need to call attention to for the day to remember. So you'll see that pretty much on all of the individual days, and that's how I planned it out, so it's both functional and decorative at the same time. Let's see, so this was the first week. Here is the second week. Again, this one I didn't film a plan with me on. I was on the struggle bus during the middle of this month, and at the end, I was just, I don't know, I was just not feeling creative. So this one came out a little bit weird, in my opinion. I really wanted to use this like kind of glittery, shiny vinyl that I got from Dollar Tree, because the theme for this week was maybe sparkle, or was it snow day? Or let me check. It was Snow Day Sparkle. I was like, I feel like the sparkle was in there. Snow Day Sparkle was the theme from the Plannable Challenge. So I wanted to have that sparkly part in there. And the first attempt I made, I put some stickers on it. It just looked weird. So then I abandoned that and came back and used some scrapbook paper to kind of wrap it here with some snowflake styling and to tie in the colors. And I got it to where I liked it a little bit better, but it wasn't my favorite. I do love the color scheme though. I love the blues and the greens. And it was very functional still too. I had lots of things going on that week as well. So it did work out as far as the functionality was concerned. I'm just going to check the chat real quick. Let's see. Is it big disc that is used? Yes, this is the expander, Happy Planner expander discs, if that's what you're wondering. The standard Happy Planner discs are 1.25 and these are 1.75 inch discs. Okay, so the next week was Valentine's Day week, and this one I believe was just a Valentine's spread. I didn't use this one for the So Smitten. I used the other one, but they're kind of both related to that theme, the Plannable theme, because of Valentine's Day. This one was fun. I really actually like the aesthetic of it, but it's a lot of red and pink. So I was glad that I only had it for a week. For some reason, this is just a lot more overwhelming than, say, like this spread. I think it's just a lot of color kind of surrounding you. So I really liked the theme as far as how it came out, but yeah, when you have too much red on a spread, I feel like that one can get overwhelming pretty fast. And I felt like that sort of started to happen at the end of the week by looking at this all the time. But really good in concept. I really like those border spreads, and I had a little bit of washi tape that I put behind it. It really, I think, made it pop out. But yeah, this one was fun. I don't remember if I did a plan with me on this or not, but it was a good one. This one I did not do a plan with me on, but I love how this one turned out. This one was kind of just like, I wanted something completely different from the seasonal themes. I just wanted something more fresh and calming and relaxing, but just interesting to look at. I used a lot of the stickers and papers that I had gotten from the Stationery Pal last year and mixed those in with some like washi tape stamps, and it just really turned out pretty good. I think I grabbed just a few circle stickers. This one was from a label roll, and then these two were from a Happy Planner book. I want to say maybe, let me think where that was from. Oh, I think that might have been from the Fresh Start. It's like a teacher sticker book, I think. So anyway, I did some collages with the different stickers and I really like how that turned out. Again, refreshing and a little bit more vintage, more chill. I liked the look of this a lot. And that was the last one, except for this Memory a Day spread that I like to put on the back. This one is not yet in my shop, but I do plan to add a single page monthly to my shop soon. So, you know, if you're interested, let me know too. That helps me prioritize things. And if there's a lot of interest, I try to get things up faster than I would if there's not too much interest. So what I've been doing all year is, originally I was putting my Memory a Day style of planning on my big monthly here all last year and the year before, but decided to try to condense it a little bit because I was writing out paragraphs and that really wasn't what I intended when I started it. I really just wanted to have like a memory snippet and I just couldn't help myself. So I tried to limit my space a little bit here and keep that memory keeping thing alive. I still kind of write out a little bit too much. I probably should dial it back, but at least it's not as much as it was before. I also have added in a little highlight area so I can kind of get a quick view of what was going on in that month before I read the minutia of each day. And that's been really good. So this is my third spread or page that I decorate with my monthly, all in the same theme as you can see. And I really like that. So again, I don't have to overthink too many designs throughout the month. So this is my current daily planner. Again, I call it my daily, but it's basically my everyday catch-all planner. And I will just drop this in. Some dividers I had made a while back, some random Happy Planner discs, and a cover I have in my stash. Okay. So that is it for my daily planner, and then we will jump ahead to my last planner we'll go through today, which is my hourly scheduling planner. This planner is a lot more functional. It's a lot less decorative than you're going to see from the previous three, but it is also really beneficial, I found this year. Excuse me. So in the past, I've had a social media planner, and that's been great, but I really wanted something that would help me to schedule out my day. So I went with this Happy Planner hourly layout this year that had a special goals spread within it that I've been using to help me also schedule in my goals and achieve my goals. So this has been really, really beneficial to me, and I'm still trying to figure out a few things that I feel like could be better, but overall the idea has really been really good. So again, this is from the Happy Planner. This planner was called, I think, Achieve Greatness. It was an 18-month planner from the Happy Planner. And for the monthly, like I said, this is like very low decoration. It's pretty much all function. I use the monthly for my planning for social media, and I usually put in the plannable challenges, so I have those at hand, and then basically posts that I'm going to be putting on Instagram and videos. And as each day goes by, I cross it off. Very simple. I used to color code. I don't even bother color coding anymore because things change on the daily. I don't even commit to certain videos anymore because it just really depends on how the week is panning out and how much I think I can get done. So I usually erase a lot and replace videos that I need, that I have on hand to do, or it's very fluid. Let's just put it that way. It's very fluid, and so there's usually a lot of changes, a lot of function, and not too much decorating. So, like I said, this planner comes with this spread that is related for goal setting, and the way I've been using it this year is to map out my monthly goals here on this side of the page. It actually comes for two main goals for you to look at. I've broken it out actually into 4, so I combined these two boxes and these two boxes, and then I use this box as its own goal and this box as its own goal. The way I have been kind of goal setting, I do have a video on it, but I try to pick one big goal that I'm really focused on and one smaller, more like businessy, professional goal that I'm focused on that requires, deep work, that kind of thing. And then I also have a health goal and a personal goal that aren't really goals that require a lot of effort as far as like work effort, but do want to be front of mind and things I want to incorporate into my schedule. So I do that. I break it down into things that I can do throughout the month, daily, weekly, things that I can incorporate in order to achieve that goal throughout the month. And then what I do on this page here is actually kind of break it out by week and what I need to focus on for the week, transferring over the items. So for example, I say I want to spend 4 hours of designing on Sundays for my portfolio. I want to make sure that each week I'm building in time on Sunday, 4 hours for my portfolio, and if I get it done, I can cross it off as a task complete, that kind of thing. So I'm transferring over my goals to this kind of weekly task section, and then that I also use to build out my schedule for the week. So this is how I'm using it. Very minimal color. I did add a little bit of decoration last month, which helped a little, but honestly, I still didn't feel like it drew me to this page as much as I wanted it to. I spent much more time on this page, and each week when I would set up this weekly task list, I would check it, but I wouldn't really look at this on the daily, to be honest. So I'm trying to think of how I might be able to redo this a little bit better so these goals are more front of mind on a daily basis. But I do actually access this because of course I have to check things off, so it makes me more, interact more with this page than I tended to with this page. Again, so I use that to set up this next part of the planner, which is the hourly layout each week. And for that, what I do is I, again, kind of reference what I have here on each week's breakdown, and then move it over into the planning section here for my schedule. Sorry, must breathe. At the top, I've been using this for my social media planning, kind of more of a detailed look each day of what I need to post. This I have as my goals. So this is like the things I want to focus on each day, and then my health things I want to focus on each day to get to my health goal. And then I will break down my time as I see fit throughout the week, starting at the beginning of the week, and then as each day progresses, I will modify it by erasing the schedule if I don't quite meet that schedule, and I'll just erase it and replace it with what I actually did. That's been helpful because I can look at what's been working, what amount of time I'm actually spending on things, and make adjustments. So that's good. And then also as the week progresses, I might need to fit in things that I didn't get done earlier in the week, and so on and so forth, and sometimes things come up. So as a whole, this has been very beneficial and just helping me manage my time a little better. I will say this month has been a little less productive than I'd wanted, of course, because of the health issues I mentioned earlier, but also because of some freelance work I got in that it just kind of comes in when it comes in, and I don't know how much time I'm going to need until I get what I need to finish the project. So that had kind of messed things up a little bit in some areas, but overall, this really helps keep me on task each day to know what I need to do and how much time I'm going to do it in. So like I said, these spreads are pretty functional. There's no decor. I do use a little bit of color down here. I use the green from my 4-color pen. Again, this is a friction pen, so it's erasable. And I use the green for like break times or things that I'm not doing anything active. Red is for things that I need to be out moving somehow. So either it's, errands or walking or whatever. This one was an important thing I wanted to remember, so I kept it in red. Goal-oriented things I've been putting in blue, and then more like social media planning, that kind of stuff, my daily things I need to get done but aren't related to my goals, those are in black. I also did a little cheat sheet over here because I had some things I was trying to keep track of as far as my video production and if I had actually created pics and things for Instagram. So I'm just using that as a little cheat sheet. That works, it's just a little tight over there, so I would like to have a better solution for that in the future. And this one I added a little bit of blue instead of so much gray. That helped brighten things up a smidge. But overall, the progress is the same. You can really see how the week goes through, and you can see plenty of eraser marks, I think, depending on the light. But yeah, I definitely make adjustments as the week progresses. And this was the last week in February. Again, this one went a little bit more planned, but still made some adjustments. And finally, my goals review. So I actually just completed this recently. I went through my goals from back in February. So I review basically the goals here and say, you know, where did I make progress? What was working, what wasn't working, and the lessons to take into March. So this is a good practice for me, just taking that time to look through where I actually was successful, because sometimes when I have a bad month, like last month wasn't really great as far as my goals were concerned, it is good just to reflect on things that did work out and the things, you know, the small wins. So I put that in. I got these cute little happy faces from the Stationery Pals as a little sticker kit, and I really like these, so I might continue using those in the next month as well. Let's see what is working. So like I said, last month wasn't a great month. I did have some things that worked out, but overall I had more things that were not working out, and we'll make adjustments accordingly. I also use this space over here to pre-plan for next month, so you know, like what I'm planning to address in the next month that's related to my goals, and then any important dates over here. So overall, it's a really good practice and have really appreciated this. I've never really done a full monthly review each month of my goals. I've done like a quarterly review and an annual review, but I think this step really is important, and I'm happy that I have started integrating this into my planner. Hi, Janet. Let's see. Yes, freelance work, it is a feast or famine. So you take it when you can get it. That's the life of us self-employed people. And you just have to kind of make it work, fit things in where you can, and make adjustments. So I'm trying to learn how to be more realistic with my time, and also to focus in on those big goals and allow myself a little leeway on maybe some of the smaller goals if need be, to get some work done. So like I said, this is my February, and we are all set to move it out. Here is the actual planner from the Happy Planner. This is what it looks like, and it is an 18-month planner, so I have a bunch of months in the front that I did not use. Let's see. So I think, yeah, here we are. And this is what the January goals page look like, in case you haven't seen that setup video or the flip through. But yeah, so it's really good. Highly recommend this if you are goal setting. So that said, that is the last planner we're going to go through today. I have one more planner in the back, which is my budget planner. Let's see. And it is a printable. It is a printable from Noted Co., and I think they're based in Australia. This has been working out pretty good. I did create a specific, like one insert in particular that has like a single page month on it, so I could get my bill overview for the month at a glance. But everything else in here is from their shop, and I'm using that this year, and it's been working out pretty well. It's just a little bit of an adjustment since I was using the Happy Planner budget pages last year, And yeah, this is a little bit different setup, but it is, I think, more functional for me. Just need to get more used to how things are laid out. So that is that, and that's pretty much it for the planners. Again, if you guys want to know more about my setup, now's the time to ask. I can go through anything that you are curious about. I have one more section in the back for reference that is broken out into some different sections, as well as just like a notes area. But that's pretty much my full setup. So, like I said, I'll give you guys time to ask any questions. I'll put this pen away. But that is February in my planner. And yeah, it was a good one, I thought. There was a lot of great designs, and I'm excited for March. I'm looking forward to another month of fun, exciting spreads, you guys. I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, unless you guys have any more questions and I see them come through the chat, that will be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and joining me on this Sunday. I hope you guys had fun and maybe got some interesting ideas for your own planners. And that is it. So thanks again, and we will see you next time. Bye.